It was a horrific scene in New Jersey this morning when a rush hour commuter train crashed into a station at high speed, leaving stunned passengers bloodied and crawling from wreckage. Tonight, investigators are searching for answers. For unsuspecting passengers, there was little warning and nowhere to hide.
We approaching the station, so everybody's thinking the train is going to slow down, and just collided.
I saw the train just flying straight across me, and my instincts were just to turn around and run in the opposite direction. And also, as I was running, I could hear like the ceiling and the RSJs falling as well.
A New Jersey transit train packed with commuters, the height of morning rush hour, speeding through barriers and crashing into the Hoboken, New Jersey rail terminal.
You just heard like a kaboom. The whole place shook. Just shook, and everybody got quiet, because first thing you think a bomb.
I knew it wasn't a bomb because I saw it happen, but it was just initially just a horrendous exploding noise.
1 dead, 114 injured, all in a transit hub that close to 43,000 commuters use every day. Michael Larson, New Jersey transit employee, witnessed the crash.
Couldn't believe what I was seeing. Concrete dust, electrical wires, and the train flying into the depot.
Debris and wires everywhere. Passengers stunned.
Like the ceiling was caved in, the train was through the building. A lot of people were injured. The first thing I saw was this older man like bleeding from his head, walking out. People were crying. It was really stressful to see all that.
The emergency calls began pouring in.
We have a train that has gone through the station. We got multiple walking wounded. We got serious structural damage here at Hoboken Terminal.
The one fatality, 34-year-old Fabiola Bitar de Kroon, killed by falling debris. She wasn't on the train. She was waiting on the platform. Ramon Perkins says he saw her buried. He rushed to comfort her, but there was little he could do.
I knew she was in pain. She wasn't even acknowledging me. She was just like looking off. And I was like, miss, I'm not gonna leave you. I'm not gonna let you. If you're gonna die, you're not gonna die by yourself right now. Like, I'm gonna be here with you.
Tonight, the victim's mother telling ABC News that her daughter was a beautiful girl inside and outside. Jamie Weatherhead Saul was standing in the packed first car as it plowed through the platform.
The lights went off and people started screaming.
She snapped these photos of the aftermath.
And I saw a couple gentlemen bleeding, and some people couldn't walk. Some people were like covered in like, I guess, debris. The conductor himself, he had blood all over his face and his clothing.
Omar Mamoun was also on the train, riding in the fourth car.
People were falling on top of each other. Items were flying everywhere. People were hitting their heads and their faces on parts of the train and onto other people.
How about any injuries for you?
No, I just got a bruise and a scratch.
Almost immediately, first responders descended on the scene, assessing damage, peering into the train windows, looking for more survivors, some still stuck inside.
We ran over, and there were a lot of people kicking out windows, trying to exit the train.
Firefighters triaged the injured sitting on the street. Ambulances raced to the scene. Paramedics with stretchers and wheelchairs loaded dozens in. Many are still in area hospitals tonight.
You had a lot of the folks who were on the train helping each other, you know, and which is very important. And then having the train first responders down here being able to triage, determine who needs immediate hospital transportation is very critical.
But it wasn't just first responders treating the wounded. Commuters pitched in. Dr. Brian Cole was at the station changing trains.
I was a little bit in shock when that happened. It was a very surreal moment. And once literally the dust had settled, it then was time to sort of leap into action.
He treated wounded passengers.
I go right into emergency medicine mode. It's the ABCs. It's airway, breathing, and circulation. So those are really the three things that you concentrate on at the moment.
New Jersey Transit train 1614 began its route at 7:23 this morning in Spring Valley, New York, and was headed to Hoboken along the Pascack Valley line. 3 cars, 1 engine in the back. At 8:05 a.m., this surveillance video shows the train headed south to Hoboken, where thousands of New York City commuters pass through every morning.
It usually slows down, and I looked at my friend and I said, going a little faster here.
The train carrying 250 people was pulling into track 5 at 8:45 this morning. But passengers say the train did not slow down as it approached the station.
It was coming into the station faster than normal. Usually it crawls when it comes into the station.
This train came in at a high rate of speed into the station and crashed through all of the barriers, bringing it right to the interior wall of the Hoboken terminal.
New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, taking a break from the Trump campaign, was on the scene.
Mindful that it's way early, any preliminary ideas as to why?
The only thing we know, Byron, is that the train came in much too fast. And so the question is why? Was it human error? Was there some medical condition? Was there some mechanical failure? We just don't know.
The train engineer, 48-year-old Thomas Gallagher, was treated for injuries and released. He's said to be cooperating with investigators. Trains approaching Hoboken, a dead-end station, must slow to 10 miles per hour to traverse a maze of rail lines before entering the straightaway into the station. But this train may have been traveling as fast as 30 miles per hour, according to accounts, slamming through the bumper stop, launching into the air, and crashing into a waiting area room wall. Investigators will want to know if there was a mechanical problem with the train, or was the engineer distracted, or did he have a medical issue? While they don't suspect foul play, they're not yet ruling out anything.
We will not be determining the probable cause while on scene, and we do not speculate what may have caused the accident.
New Jersey Transit Rail, like all railroads, was ordered in 2008 to install Positive Train Control, or PTC, an automatic braking system.
Hear that alarm? I had to put the brake on.
Computers and sensors can be installed all the way into the station and take over a speeding or dangerous train.
If the human error happens, it will take control of the train away from the locomotive engineer and bring the train to a stop.
No such system was on this New Jersey Transit line. Amtrak, however, has installed it on the Northeast Corridor after this 2015 Amtrak train derailment on a speeding train near Philadelphia. 8 people were killed. Speed was also a factor in a 2011 Mother's Day commuter train crash at another Hoboken station that left dozens injured. Investigators say it may take days to determine the cause of today's accident in Hoboken. Whatever the culprit this time, credit goes to commuters and first responders. As Governor Christie noted, this region of America has had ample experience with disaster, from the accidental to the unimaginable.
Tough people in this part of the country.
Listen, very tough people in this part of the country.
Toughness and tight schedules. Remember Omar, the 18-year-old college kid? What did he do after his near brushed with death? He ran to make his engineering class. Today's disaster took a life, touched lives, and for many, a sudden and violent reminder of what's most important in life.
Anything can happen at any time, and tell everyone you love them before you leave in the morning.